All right. Hey, everyone. I am again here to share with you, to share with my young nurses, information from my book, Nurse, the Guide to Empower New Nurses in Delivery of High Quality Care to All Patients. I'm Dr. Miriam Smith, the host for Empower New Nurses. Today, I had the privilege of interviewing one of my former students who has been practicing in his area of specialty as a family nurse practitioner. And he shared enormous amount of information and encouragement to our new nurses. So I know for sure that new nurses, I was once a new nurse, have many experiences in terms of feeling being very fearful, especially in the initial phase, not wanting to make mistakes and want to do well, but you'll have to give yourself some time. So on page 30 of my book, The Fear Roller Coaster, yes, it is. I have written this. Nursing is a profession of service, both ordinary and extraordinary, and in extraordinary situations. Yes, my young nurses, it's real. And so I have listed some of the fears that I've encountered and others have encountered while they were in the initial phase of their nursing career. And I'll mention a few of them. But in my book, on page 30, continuous throughout 31 and beyond are some of the fears. And of course, I've placed in them some of the suggestions of how to deal with or cope with them and to be successful. Okay, so here are some of them, some of the common ones. Here are some common feelings in extraordinary circumstances or in ordinary circumstances. Fear of the unknown. It goes like, what should I expect? What type of reception will I receive in the family, from the family? What type of people and personalities I will meet? How should I give nursing reports to my colleagues and supervisors? Because remember, you haven't gained that experience as yet. So you have to observe a lot and ask questions. Okay. Fear of making medication errors. You're going to be observant. You're going to know the rules of medication. You're going to be working along or shadowing a nurse. Um, Am I proficient enough to administer injection or medication? Yes, it comes gradual, and of course, you'll be supervised in the initial phase. Fear of lawsuits. Yeah, people are fearful that something might happen there and they might lose their licensure. All of those questions come. What would happen if I'm sued? You know, it's really interesting, liabilities and all of that. Fear of speaking with the doctors. Some doctors can be very, you know, um, not as nice to some nurses, but you as a nurse, you're a nurse, you're part of the health team now. Although you haven't gained all the experience yet, but you're part, you have something to contribute, you have something to offer. So you should be polite enough to say, of course, but you have to say in a respectful manner. Fear of being bullied by seniors. Yes, some nurses, senior nurses can be bullies. And so you have to know where you stand. But don't misinterpret trying to help you as being bullying. Um, Lack of confidence in exercising the managerial function. Well, that's later on, but you might later be asked to delegate or to perform at a certain level. Uh, that comes with some, of course, precepting and conflicts. How are you going to do that? For some people, it might take more than a year or so, depends on this area you are. You're still a new nurse in some areas, like specialty like L&D, labor and delivery, intensive care, and all those specialty areas. It doesn't happen overnight. And that's why you're on orientation for such time. And after orientation, you're still being monitored. Okay. And that's okay. You still have somebody you can go to, a go-to person, mentor. Don't be fear to don't be fearful. You have the right to ask questions because prevention is better than cure, certainly. Fear of what your preceptor may think about your progress. Yes, that happens because uh, not everybody learn at the same pace. And so the educator takes that into consideration. And if there's added work or added information that needs to be done and help, we support that. There are some very good nurses, very compassionate, very empathetic, but they don't learn as fast. You have to bear that in mind also. But they're excellent nurses once they grasp the concept and the information that and the skill that they need to, wow. So there are many lessons there. Okay, I do have fear of not learning fast enough. Fear of learning technology fast enough. Not everybody learns technology very fast, but I can tell you that from my experience, I've seen the younger ones soar quickly. They just soar with technology. And some of the baby boomers take a little longer time, but once they get it also, it is done. We all continue to learn and support each other. And that's what it's all about, collaboration and sharing. Okay, one thing I must add to this, a lot of it in the book, however, uh, take time out to learn, take time out to spend for yourself, take time out and ask questions. Okay, that's what I have to say to you today. But this book, I would encourage you to get one of them and you embrace the pearls, and that will help. That will aid you. And as my male nurse practitioner said today, he has a copy. When I spoke with him, he said, I bought mine already. And that was encouraging. And he also applied information to his nursing, although he's a practitioner. Yes, but we all have so much to learn and we don't know it all. And there's good time to take and just reflect and take a little check and see how you're doing for yourself. Assess. I take an inventory for yourself. And of course, others will tell you, your patients will tell you, and other colleagues will tell you the same. So do have a good one and get your copy. All right. I'm ready to sign if you're in the area for you. You can connect with me at Miriam Amanda Smith on YouTube. You can DM me on Podcast Mir. That's on Instagram. And of course, if you have any challenge with like basic EKG, I do offer some understanding more in that on a one-on-one basis or in a group. If you need that, DM me on Podcast Mir. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Have a good evening.